Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets.
Bitcoin is as good as it gets, according to ARK's Cathie Wood, and on-chain metrics point to a bull market. According to Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Invest, important indicators show that Bitcoin is in a genuine bull market. In a recent CNBC interview, Wood asserts that Bitcoin establishes itself as a reliable store of value for investors. The network's health is good. What are Cathie Wood's statements on Bitcoin? Cathie Wood states that she thinks owning Bitcoin would yield better returns than investing in exchange-traded funds that track Bitcoin-related stocks. She does, however, add that stocks tied to digital assets, such as those that make digital wallets, are probably going to produce enormous returns. The network's condition is as good as it gets. It appears like the market is in a bull market. Yes, there will be give and take, nothing rises directly, but I believe that quality is on the rise. That's what Larry Fink said. It's known as a flight to safety. When the KRE, the regional bank stock index, was collapsing, Bitcoin surged from $19,000 to almost $30,000 during the regional bank crisis. The bank stock index has returned to levels similar to those of March if you were to look at it now. It's excellent that Larry might say flight to quality. It is accurate. We should advise a flight to safety since Bitcoin carries no risk to third parties. In the long run, we think Bitcoin will fare better. However, this exposure to stocks is diverse. Our goal is to locate the business that will manufacture the digital wallet. That role is going to be crucial. Is that Coinbase? Is Cash App Square with it? Despite the current market meltdown, ARK Investment Management founders Cathie Wood is optimistic about the future of cryptocurrency assets. She declared that her business is of the opinion that the cryptocurrency revolution has already started and won't end. The crypto revolution is unstoppable. Since Bitcoin is the first worldwide digital private monetary system, Wood refers to it as the money revolution. We firmly think that the crypto revolution is in motion, and it won't be reversed, Wood stated in a recent CNBC Squawk Box interview. Regarding decentralized finance, she added that during the previous 2 years, the industry really came of age. In light of the most recent Terra UST Luna debacle, she added that her company is impressed with how robust DeFi has grown. Many anticipated that the crash would set off a large systematic chain reaction within the DeFi industry, according to Wood. She pointed out that even if the episode had an impact on the larger cryptocurrency market, Ethereum, the birthplace of decentralized finance, has fared rather well. The founder of ARK also discussed the non-fungible tokens, pointing out that the future, digital wallets, DeFi, and digital property rights would all be very significant. Her company is therefore investigating potential in the industry. Considering her economics training, she claimed that digital property rights would enable nations and people to rise out of poverty. As believers, we consider the ecosystem to be beneficial if it does really consolidate. Digital wallets are, in our opinion, likely to be among the most significant results of this. In a sense, they are mini bank branches in our pockets. These will be enormous opportunities, according to Wood. In the meantime, Cathie Wood's ARK recently submitted a second Bitcoin spot exchange-traded fund application to the US Securities and Exchange, following the regulator's denial of its initial application. The submission might be accepted or rejected by the Commission until January 24, 2023. The ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF is a spot ETF that, if approved, will track the performance of Bitcoin as determined by the S&P Bitcoin Index. Also, according to Cathie Wood, the US crypto exodus is imminent. Why does she think like that? In 2021, Gary Gensler, the then chair of the US Securities and Exchange Commission, cautioned cryptocurrency projects that he would be wary of decentralization theater. This refers to a class of false statements that DAOs or protocols occasionally make, claiming to be essentially leaderless and possibly exempt from prosecution, when in reality they have a clear central leadership group. Currently, it seems that the Biden administration and Gensler's continued regulatory assault is leading to a different form of decentralization, the departure of significant cryptocurrencies from the US. In recent weeks, a number of companies have indicated that they want to leave the United States, including asset management platform Bakkt, Bitcoin front-end Strike, and exchanges Coinbase and Gemini. Known for a massive long bets on Coinbase and Tesla, investor Cathie Wood claimed that the United States is losing the Bitcoin movement as the cryptocurrency market moves outside the country. Geographical shifts of this kind do occur and can be highly detrimental to overly regulated jurisdictions. For example, pharmaceutical company Bayer has announced that it will be refocusing its commercial focus outside of Europe due to regulatory concerns. Upon closer inspection, however, some of the signals sent out by cryptocurrency companies appear to be more of a decentralized kind of theater than a true change. Furthermore, similar to the protocol variant, regulators may not be greatly influenced by it. The actions taken by cryptocurrency companies to exit the United States can be seen in two ways. A potential crackdown or regulatory ambiguity may be the real motivators for some. However, they might also be trying to threaten to take income and employment abroad in order to put pressure on American authorities. As of right now, a lot of the press reports depicting a widespread cryptocurrency exodus from the US appear to fit into the second category. Perhaps not quite theatrics, but close enough. The media's tendency to overplay speech has led to some of the headlines. Management at BACT expressed approval of Europe's MiCA framework and aspirations for growth, but they have no intention of leaving the United States. It has been mistakenly said that Gemini's international growth is an exit. In similar vein, Coinbase is indicating that it wants to expand globally, but thus far, its international exchange has virtually nothing to show for it. Certain movements appear more significant, but their true effects are not always evident. Strike CEO Jack Mallers passionately criticized US regulators during last week's Bitcoin 2023 conference in Miami, before announcing that Strike will have its head office in El Salvador. However, Strike has made it clear to CoinDesk that while Strike will continue to have a US headquarters in Chicago, this will serve as the global headquarters. Given that Mallers resides in Chicago, it would seem reasonable to presume that the city will continue to serve as the firm's primary hub. Mallers also brought up businesses having headquarters in El Salvador, like Fold, the maker of wallets, and Swan Bitcoin. However, rather than relocating their headquarters to El Salvador, those businesses seem to be growing there. Mallers wasn't being dishonest, rather he was being imprecise because he was speaking quite impromptu. The Biden administration's anti-crypto strategy, known as Choke Point 2.0, has been firmly in place for around 2 months now. This may not seem like much, but if these businesses were really about packing up their toys and going, you would think they would have made more significant progress by now. Given how unfavorable the regulatory climate is, why aren't cryptocurrency companies really fleeing the United States in large numbers? There are countless options, all of which have significant effects on the sector. First off, it's improbable that all American workers would be thrilled to uproot their lives and relocate to Malta or El Salvador. Furthermore, the US continues to be a major hub for talent in the cryptocurrency sector. For cryptocurrency enterprises, the US legal and equity systems continue to offer numerous benefits, even in the face of the governmental onslaught. Conversely, the United States boasts an almost unmatched financial industry, complete with ample avenues for venture capital funding that persist despite opposition from the SEC. The fact that cryptocurrency companies probably wouldn't gain much for their trouble, meanwhile, may be the main reason they aren't making the huge move to raise capital. Above all, the past 2 years have demonstrated that you cannot escape the SEC's de facto worldwide jurisdiction by merely claiming that your company is not based in the United States. More likely, it's unlikely that anyone in a position of actual authority will reverse direction on the crypto crackdown in response to an exodus. Crypto jobs are incredibly small as a fraction of all US employment, despite the fact that US hiring dominates the crypto space, though they are frequently high-paying. To be really honest, the Biden administration is far more concerned about containing inflation than it is with cryptocurrencies, so the loss of a few hundred jobs may seem less like a frightening threat and more like an alluring opportunity. Are you an investor in Bitcoin? What do you think about Cathie Wood's statements regarding crypto and Bitcoin? Do let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Until next time, goodbye.